And how you doing, subscribers? How you doing, new viewers? I'm Ion Prime. Got a nice list of stories to talk about for today, including an update on the He-Man game release. Well, kind of, sort of, an update on that. And Mega Man at Gamescom. And coming up at the end of this video, we're going to take a look at 5 of my most played games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, obviously, there's no digital proof of this, but I can tell you just from my personal memories, these games that I played so much back in the day. We'll go over that at the end of this video. But first up, one of my most anticipated games for this year is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction. Now, this has had some gameplay demos, at least at a couple of conventions, before it was supposed to have been released on April 28th. But they end up having to delay the game, I'm sure because they found some bugs somewhere in the late game late game development of the game. So, yeah, they had to delay it for a little while. All they told us was summer of this year. And it looks like, well, that seems to be the timetable still. Limited Run Games did give us that update saying sometime this summer, which summer could mean by the end of September. We haven't heard anything really officially since that delay. So I'm guessing summer's still the time spent. I'm just looking forward to the game. It looks really, really awesome. The pixel art in it looks very much like the cartoon that we remember as kids, and I'm just very much looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to what could be a very awesome collector's edition from Limited Run Games. I'm definitely putting some money back up for that because I do want that collector's edition, if that's something that they're going to be doing with this, because you can only wish list the game on Steam. There's not a wish list available for any of the consoles, which I think is kind of odd. But they do say that this is going to be coming out on PlayStation 5, also on Nintendo Switch, I believe PlayStation 4 as well. But yeah, I'll just have to keep an eye out on this and see what happens as far as this release of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe at Dragon Pearl of Destruction. I want this game to come out. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm sure you probably are too. All right, CD Projekt Red, they are venturing out in a very unusual way because, well, they're going against that usual development of single-player RPGs like they do with like The Witcher and like Cyberpunk 2077, and they're making a free-to-play Monster Hunter type game. Yeah, and this is going to be for mobile and for PC. Kind of weird for this studio to be doing something like this. But details are limited right now. But some of the features in the game do include character creation. You can do your choice of schools and specializations. There's also 4-player hunts. There's some other details in that as well. Now, the real release window of this is only either 2027 or 2028. That's about all we know for right now. But also, too, oddly enough, there's a PvE game being developed as well that's in the Witcher universe. This previous game is also going to be in the Witcher universe. And there's that remake of the 2007 Witcher game out there as well. So CD Projekt Red definitely busy now with some different projects than what they normally do. But we'll keep an eye on this and see what CD Projekt Red has for us coming up in the future. Witcher 4, they are in development still with that game. So that actually looks really cool, by the way. Witcher 4 does look pretty cool out there. So we'll keep an eye on CD Projekt Red, see what they have in store for us coming up in the next few years with some of these unusual games and, what they usually like to make with The Witcher 4. And Gamescom, it is coming up in Germany, August 26th through the August 30th. I'm sure Jeff Keighley, he's going to have another good show for us out there this year. And he'll also have several games that'll be on the floor to be able to play. That includes Onimusha, Way of the Sword, and Mega Man Dual Override. And we haven't heard a lot about this game since it was officially announced during the Game Awards last year. And so this will be the first time we get kind of a hands-on look at this new Mega Man game. I'm excited. I've always liked the Mega Man games. I always liked playing the Mega Man games. I'm just not any good at them. It's kind of like fighting games. I like playing fighting games. I'm just not any good at them. Mega Man's kind of the same way. I enjoy playing Mega Man. I'm just not any good at the games. But still, I'm looking forward to Mega Man Dual Override. And it'll be nice to see when we get some, official gameplay of it from Gamescom. And also, Nintendo is going to have a setup out there, although they haven't given any details about what Nintendo will have out there. Xbox will be at Gamescom as well, and should be a fun show again this year from Gamescom from Jeff Keighley. And earlier today, we got a brand new trailer for Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I'm so looking forward to this movie. It's actually right at my nephew's birthday. He's a huge Spider-Man fan, and me and him are going to go see it when it opens on July 31st. We got a great new look at Hulk. We got a good new look at the Punisher in the movie. There's an invisible threat as well to New York that Peter seems to will have to fight. So it should be an interesting movie. But coming up on July 28th, if you boot up Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5, you'll be able to get the suit from Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that'll be pretty cool. But again, you got to wait until July 28th when that update goes out. But still pretty cool to get that suit from Spider-Man Brand New Day in Spider-Man 2. I played Spider-Man 2 for a little while. I love the first Spider-Man. For some reason, the combat just was not clicking with me, so I had to set it down for a little while, and that's when I started up Clear Obscure. And I'll pick it back up. I didn't want to. What's the right word? I didn't want to, get tired of the game because I didn't like the combat, and I think that's why I needed to set it down. But I'll come back to Spider-Man 2 and definitely go through it because I was having fun, at least with the story part there. But I just got to get. I guess I just need to get better at the combat in Spider-Man 2, which. I don't know, it's not that much different than the first Spider-Man, but apparently it is a little bit different. So I don't know. But I'll be picking it up again very soon. And finally, coming up next year in Fort Worth, there's a couple of concerts featuring Final Fantasy music, and this will cover like the Final Fantasy games, Chrono Trigger, several other games. And then there's a different type of show that is coming up later this year, and this is near me. I live in Texas, and this show is going to be coming up in Austin. And it'll feature music from Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy XVI. It's coming up on December 12th at Bass Concert Hall in Austin. Final Fantasy Distant Worlds is the name of the show. This actually looks kind of cool. I haven't played Final Fantasy XIV, but Final Fantasy XVI I did go through. The music is absolutely fabulous in Final Fantasy XVI. So I have to nudge the wife and see if we can go to this show down in Austin. There's also a new show that's been announced for St. Louis, Missouri. So if you're in that area, maybe you can get to that show as well. All right, so now we're going to take a look at my 5 most played games on my Nintendo Entertainment System when I was a kid. And a couple of these games shouldn't surprise you. A couple of these games probably will. But to no surprise, one of my most played games was Super Mario Brothers 3. Obviously, loved the Super Mario Brothers series on the NES. I mean, that's the reason you bought the Nintendo was because of Super Mario Brothers. But Super Mario Brothers 3 is such a fun game. I couldn't tell you how many times that I've beaten this game. I've gone completely through the game, every single world, I think twice to beat it. And then all the other times, got the whistles and all that good stuff and warped my way in there. But Super Mario Bros. 3, definitely one of my most played games on my Nintendo Entertainment System. Next up is Castlevania 3 Dragon's Curse. Love the Castlevania series on the NES. Castlevania 3 is definitely my favorite of the 3 games. I love the first Castlevania. Castlevania 2, still kind of a confusing game for me, but I don't know, at some point I'll pick that one up and try to go through it. But Castlevania 3 Dragon's Curse, definitely one of my most played games on it. Probably the second most played behind Super Mario Bros. 3, because I went through this game, I would say, at least 4 times to be able to beat this game, but a lot of fun. Next up is a game that frustrates a lot of people, but I had a lot of fun with it. And actually, I've only beaten this game one time because that's how difficult it is, but did enjoy my playtime with it, and that would be The Adventures of Bayou Billy. I've always enjoyed this game, and I think it's because it's almost 3 games in one, because you got the beat 'em up section, and then you've got the zapper sections of the game, and then you got the driving section of the game, and it was always fun having that different those different modes to play in, because it almost felt like you were you were naturally moving from one level to the other because you were doing some different things in these particular levels. But definitely one of my most played games on the Nintendo Entertainment System, The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Next up, and yeah, I absolutely loved this game, played it so much, and I beat it so many times. But man, it was so much fun. But Super C, one of my most played games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I would say this is probably my third most played game behind Castlevania and Super Mario Bros. 3, but loved playing a Super C. And, you know, this does have a code for 10 men, not the 30 men like in Contra, but this does have a code for 10 men. And right now I am drawing a complete blank on what that code is, but I know it's like A, B, down, up, right, left, something like that to get the 10 men. But yeah, but definitely love playing Super C on my Nintendo Entertainment System. And a final game that I consider, or that I know is one of my 5 most played games on the Nintendo Entertainment System, that would be Life Force. Absolutely love this. Gradius, I loved Gradius, but this kind of this spiritual sequel to Gradius, Life Force. Absolutely love this game. It's so much fun, and you got you know, the side-scrolling levels, but then you got the over-the-top levels as well. And you know, just love getting all the options, I love getting the options, and then getting the laser. That's what I loved having on that. And yeah, when I did that, I was almost unstoppable, especially if I got a couple of shields as well. So yeah, but Life Force is so much fun. Beat that game a couple of times as well. So those are my 5 most played games on my Nintendo Entertainment System. Well, folks, you know what to do. I'm Ion Prime. Thank you so much for watching today, and like this video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. If you are new to the channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber, as a follower. Thank you so much to all the early subscribers, early followers. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel. And if you want to talk about anything that I've talked about today, do that in the comment section down below. In the description, I'll have all the sources of where I got all my information today, so be sure to check out those sources and get some more details about what I've talked about as well. And yeah, that's going to do it, my friends. Keep your controllers charged, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more gaming news. Thank you guys so much.